little bit more.
My name is Travis Heerman. Thank you everyone for coming. This is an awesome audience. So I wrote, directed, produced, and did a whole pile of stuff on this. So as you may have seen,
And I'm Thomas Fowler. I was the assistant director and tentacle operator for a lot of those scenes. So I was on the concrete doing little flails and all that stuff. I was brought on board just because Travis and I know each other as authors, but I work in advertising and started out in film and get my feet back in the water, so this is a really fun opportunity for me.
Hi, I'm Phyllis Rainey. I am an actor as well as a producer, director, and sort of a writer. We're working on that. And don't get me mad. I saw my glasses.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is really fun, really cool project. How does one go about creating a puppet, neo-noir, horror, let's say Lovecraftian horror? Yeah? Okay, let's go with that. How do you do that?
just a whole set of common interests, right? I mean, I love the Muppets. I love noir films. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Thing. And just monster films in general. So all that just sort of came together in this story. So
Very cool. Yeah. When did you make this?
We shot it in August of 21. It was over like a 3-day weekend, and then post took me about a year. So
Yeah, you can see it. It pays off for sure.
I'm really curious about A, the puppetry, and B, the creature effects. I have a special place in my heart for puppetry. Specifically the car scenes, you still had articulation and animation out of the Rod Pan puppet. How did you achieve that? Was it a VFX erasure?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Everybody be cool.
we don't want to piss Siri off.
But how did you accomplish such a feat?
All right, so first of all, the puppeteer was a guy named Thompson Powers. He's a local guy who's a professional puppeteer, and he's like worked with the Owl Wolf and stuff too. He is amazing. He totally made that character come to life, and I was incredibly pleased with what he did. As far as like, how did we? There was a lot of digital erasure going on in some of the stuff where it looked like Sully was moving around, but you could totally see Thompson in the shot. So I had to sort of composite him out in probably half a dozen shots. So that was part of why I posted here.
Tell me about your actors. We're fortunate to have one here, which is awesome. And tell me about the collaboration, casting, and what went into all the different performances you worked with.
Well, Phyllis was awesome. We found her through a website called Backstage.com. I put out an audition and auditioned probably 35 actors all together, and maybe 4 for Phyllis's role. So I don't know. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so as an actor, I'm on all these websites, I have profiles all over, and I saw that this short film was filming in Colorado. I was like, yes. And the idea of it just struck me as something that I hadn't seen before. And mostly, I was just really excited to get to play the monster, because this is not the kind of role I usually get. And so it was just so much fun, between the effects stuff and the tentacle and, working with the other actors and working with Travis, who was like, for this film was like a one-man band. He did everything. And it was just such a great experience to be part of it. And it's one of like my favorite shots, it's like me with the blazing eyes. So much fun.
And what wasn't fun? It wasn't fun getting blood in the eye.
No, but you know what? It was worthless.
Because I was literally off camera, like with a spoonful of gore, like flicking it at
It wasn't really getting in my face well enough.
It took a couple of tries.
But that one shot where I'm like, that's good. Oh, that was such fun. So much fun.
What was your blood mix?
The blood mix, well, it was a recipe I found on the internet from, it's called Kensington Gore, which I was totally geeking out about because it was the same recipe that Hammer Films used for decades. So I just copied that.
Was it palatable?
It was unpleasant, but not the worst thing I've ever
Very good, very good. As far as the authors working together in that kind of space, how was that working on this? Did you guys have any story type of collaboration, or was it more execution?
No, because like story-wise, we just knew each other because we were on like author circuits and stuff. But he knew that I worked in advertising. I started out in video straight out of college, and so when I was on set, I actually just kind of like helped out from a more technical standpoint. Like the brick wall you see in his office, we didn't have that. We didn't put that up. Me and the production assistants, me and the production assistants were just slinging food to make his office look disgusting. And then it was kind of like just providing some assistance, so, like the shot when Savannah walks in and says like, "Oh, Grandma, you're still home." Like I was the one who kind of figure that out while we were setting up. It was all just kind of those little moments where it's just because I've been on set on commercials tons. I was able to kind of just have enough experience to be able to troubleshoot a lot of filming and just make sure we're trying to get through because it was a very tight shoot, both for crew and timing. We saw the sunrise a couple times.
What was the shoot schedule?
It was
3 very exhausting days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a horror movie, right? So we're shooting mostly at night. And we ran out of darkness like twice. And on the very last day, our director of photography and her assistant and so Sophia and Michael was the gaffer slash lighting guy, sound lighting guy. And they had to fly back to LA on a 6 a.m. flight. So we were downloading footage in the car on the way to the airport at 4 a.m. because we had run out of time on that last night. And so it was pretty crazy. If I had to do over again, I'd have done it in 4 days instead of 3. But we got it done, and so that's part of that year of post, right? It's like figuring out how to work with what we had versus what the stuff that we didn't get. So there was a certain, and we got rained out one night too. The scene of Grandma hunting was supposed to be like on a bike path, like out sort of in South Aurora, Denverish, and we got rained out that night, so we had to figure out we had to tack that on to the shoot at the house.
Do you have anything to add as far as the direction goes?
Oh, no, I was just gonna say that post-production process, a lot was like Travis sending it over to Sophia and Michael and me to review it. And one night I drove over to his house to help him get some of those shots with Sully in the car. So like, there were some shoots that was just him and me hanging out, waiting for the sun to go back. And that was just a blast. We just got to chat about it. A lot of just back and forth on those cuts and trying to get the sounds mixed right here.
Guys, this is awesome. Very, very cool. Before we end this, I just want to say, do you guys have social media channels or things you're working on that we can look forward to? Any way we can follow up with you guys?
I have an author and filmmaking website, TravisHuman.com. Pretty easy guy to find. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Facebook mainly with some Instagram kind of tacked on as well.
Yeah, and you can find me on Thomas A. Fowler on Instagram, and I'm actually filming a horror comedy short next spring, and I need crew, because advertising camera crews are too expensive. I know plenty of cameramen, but they just charge too much. So I am trying to crew up, so if you guys are interested in working on a horror comedy, it's called Slasher Sessions. It's basically the Mount Rushmore of horror, and you sit down for group therapy. So yeah, come talk to me during the mixer. I'd love to find some crew.
Yeah, you can find me. I don't post a lot, but you can find me on Instagram at Phyllis Ramey. You can message me. This next Sunday, we are having a actor showcase and screening at the Bug Theater. Tickets are free, but you have to have an invite. And if you message me on Instagram at Phyllis Ramey, I will send you the link to get a ticket if you want to see it, because we are also screening the indie pilot that I produced and acted in. And so, yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's next Sunday, May 21st.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much.